Module 4, Web-Based Resource Development. Now, in this module, we are going to try and learn what tools would most benefit me as a teacher in an online or blended environment. When we look at the objectives, first we want to discuss strategies for designing pedagogically sound web-based teaching and learning resources, explain the importance of respecting copyright and intellectual property, and develop a web-based resource that incorporates a specific number of tools designed to teach a curriculum-based topic by identifying, describing, and incorporating a 5-phase model of instructional design, which includes analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. That's called the ADDIE model. And by identifying and describing the different tools that could be used in creating web-based teaching and learning resources: website development software, text, graphics, animations, chat, discussion forums, gradebook, quizzes, tests, etc. For Module 4 Reading and Watching, there are a few videos here, including a TED Talk, information about UDL, Universal Design for Learning, Canadian copyright and open licensing, webinar on creative ideas for designing assessments in order to minimize academic integrity offenses, and a number of research articles. The activities for Module 4 start with a read through these specific articles, as mentioned on the previous page, with a particular focus on certain parts, certain tables, 4 parts of the resource, and finally CAST 2024 Refreshed Universal Design for Learning Guidelines, and this is version 3.0. I've already mentioned the ADDIE model. This video gives you a brief overview of the 5 key components: analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate. Continuing your research into the ADDIE model, you'll see a systemic approach, you'll see a flowchart, and a timeline to better understand where this model came from. Instructional design in an online environment requires a focus on 4 key principles: communication, instruction, assessment, and differentiation. You should be familiar with all of these components through the work that you've already done. And, as always, participate in this module's discussion forums to gain a better understanding of online pedagogy. Here are some topics to get you started. Think about copyright. Think about what best practices mean for online learning. Have a focus on academic dishonesty, plagiarism, and cheating. Or have a conversation around which formative and summative assessment strategies are most effective in online learning. Now we get to the heart of the module with assignment number 4. Plan, design, and develop a web-based student project to teach a series of curriculum-based outcomes to a specific target audience and present to the class through electronic means. Now, you're going to use all of the knowledge and skills that you've learned, as well as some of the tools that you've researched, to put this all together when creating the student project. Now, this is not just an academic exercise. You will be creating a practical resource that you can use with your next teaching experience. Once you're done, this project should be ready for students to access it. In order to narrow your scope, you want to focus on one specific target area which will provide most beneficial to you as you transition into your next professional semester or into full-time teaching profession. For example, maybe you want to create a fully online high school science 10 course focused on the first half of the chemistry unit. Maybe you want to do a grade 7 English course, an ebook study. Or maybe you want to do something for grade 5 social studies, physical geography of Canada in a flipped classroom. You want to clearly identify the grade, the subject area, and the topic that you will be preparing this project for. Now, remember, instructional design must focus on communication, instruction, assessment, and differentiation. So you need to make sure all four pieces are well integrated into the project. Finally, you will prepare an evaluation based on the work completed, including reference to the process you undertook using the ADDIE model, understanding that the nature of this specific assignment requires you to skip the implementation phase at this time. Now, what you'll see here is actually an exemplar of an English 30-2 novel study that has been built and put together. And then I made a 10-minute video going through and explaining it in detail. There are 1,000 different ways that you could complete this project. This is just one way that I know works well. You'll notice a reminder of the ADDIE model that we're using: analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate. At the bottom of the page, you will see the assignment number 4 rubric. Here's where you can submit your project for me. This is due Thursday, July 23rd. Again, a copy of the marking rubric and a place to share with your classmates. Here is the discussion area. Pick one of these topics or choose something of your own that's related to the course module that we're in right now. We don't just have to talk about copyright, best practices, academic dishonesty, or formative and summative assessment. Let's have a really great discussion. And finally, the overview of this video that you're watching right now. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or you want to run an idea past me. I'm certainly glad to help you out with this. Thank you.